All right. Hello, 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 hello. Sean Brady here with a fantabulous little note of interest. I have with me the one, the only, the very cool and fabulous Jenny Fair in the background with her mask on. Why? Because she's being socially responsible. She's in a public place where people are going by from time to time, but wanted to get her response, not from me, from a participant who's already done one of our our neighborhood tasting societies. I'm getting ahead of myself, but certainly one of our whiskey tastings and the spirit tastings, and wanted to get somebody else's experience and thought you might like to know someone else's outside opinion. So Jenny, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. The sun is out. It's warm.
It's nicer. We got the sunshine in right here in the Midwest, and it's not super freezing cold.
No.
So you have partaken, if that's the right vernacular, in some of our tasting society stuff. You tell us. People want to know out there. There's a cool little title that we put together, right? New finds, new flavors.
Mm-hmm.
But what did that mean to you?
It was really fun. I am the media coordinator with Medici MediaSpace, so I was kind of running the tech, as it were, behind the scenes. But I also got to participate. Sean gave me the flavors we were tasting for the Scotch night, and I don't know what I expected, honestly, going in. I just expected to taste some whiskey and kind of stay in the background, but I had fun joining in with everybody, talking about the experience, and I did. I tasted several new things I hadn't tried before, and it gave me a great idea of what I might look for in the future.
So from that experience, right? Because you're someone who not everybody likes Scotch, but you do. And what was one of the things that you found, even because, and I know you've been on distillery tours before here in the States, and certainly have a really dynamic background for tasting things. So what did you like about that experience? Because I think we tasted 6 Scotches, right, in the sampling, which is probably our sweet spot for now. But what did you discover about your palate and some of the things that you did that were kind of unexpected? You're like, wow, that's kind of neat. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know I actually tend toward the like really smoky side, the peatier scotches, and what surprised me was that there was actually a wider variety out there than that. Um, and I enjoyed most of them. Um, but it also just kind of solidified to me that I really do prefer that smokier, peatier flavor.
Yeah, me as well. And there was, I kind of went the other way. So I had originally liked a lot of smokier, certainly scotches, and the peaty, the earthiness, and right, and you get the like the heritage behind the where it was made. Uh, uh, I was surprised that it's like, oh, there's different notes, and like there was one that had a sherry cask, but again, it was opening up a bunch of different flavors that I don't think I would normally get just going to a regular tasting, especially if it was just one brand, right? Like if we went to one distillery, they would have their select brands. Here we had multiple different distillers in play, so it was in different types of finishes. So I thought that was really fun for me. But what else did you find fun for you? Because I can talk all day about this stuff, and I have. But what else was great for you, and you found really fun and enjoyable?
I really enjoyed the different people that were in the virtual tasting room. Excuse me, and just like hearing their where they were coming from, their whiskey background or lack thereof, and what they liked and didn't like, and where like one of them was a very hardcore bourbon fan, and drawing the parallels between the flavors he enjoyed from there to the flavors he was experiencing with the scotch was really fun to hear, because everyone comes to these things with a different kind of idea or background or experience.
Yeah, and I know coming up with the Irish whiskey experience, we have the range of people who've been to Dublin and all over Ireland who've visited their own distillery tours there, and some people are like, I the only the only whiskey I've ever had from is Jameson's, right? Or actually, one person never had who couldn't make it this Friday had never tried an Irish whiskey before meeting me, and since then has only had one, and it wasn't Jameson, it was another brand. But the point is like, wow, there's so many different things, and I even working in an Irish pub at one point in time, that was such a limited profile. It wasn't too much of a deviant off of from a flavor standpoint or profile standpoint. And I am super excited because we were really opening up the range on some of these things, and it's not just with Irish whiskey or whiskey in general. It's also for some other things down the road. What do you look forward to as not only being the media coordinator for these cool events, but in the tasting and exploring new things? What do you find neat about that?
Well, we've already established I do like Scotch, so I was excited to taste the Scotch, but I'm definitely excited in the future to taste new things that I haven't really dipped into a whole lot. Like with Irish whiskey, I'm not familiar with a lot of it, and I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about what to expect. So I would be definitely excited to learn what those notes and flavor points are for a different style of whiskey.
Well, and I know you got excited the other day and a little bit bummed too that Jenny won't be able to be with us on Friday, tomorrow night, doing our tasting. Alex will be taking over, but she's going to be, just taking care of some personal things, which is awesome. But I know you're like going, oh my gosh, I totally want to do that now. But what had you say? Oh my gosh, I want to do that now.
Yeah. What? Just like hearing your, just talking about as you were like pouring them and like all the different, just the variety of flavors, and like you use the word heritage several times, and I think that's really cool. Just the places that these flavors come from, what goes into them, what makes them unique. That's something that's exciting. Like I'd like to travel, and it's kind of like traveling from your kitchen.
Yeah, I think the Gaelic word is dúchlas for it, and depending if you're in Ireland or Scotland, it has that same kind of core root of the word, and which is heritage. And man, that's what it really came out. It's like I think I am identifying where this was made, or the place, and the farm, and how this was just really, again, a broad range. And that's what has me so excited about this, is really discovering almost whole new worlds on our planet, right? And a little, and not having to leave our room. So it's kind of cool stuff. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for you to do future tastings too.
I am too. This is one of the great perks of my job right now.
I know, right? So it's always to create environments where people thrive, definitely with emotional well-being as well as a paycheck. So we're glad we're fulfilling on part of that with you and for you. Anything else you'd like to say about the experience of the Tasting Society and the Neighborhood Tasting Society and what we do, and what other fun things are on the horizon?
I'm just super excited to see where it goes. If you live in St. Louis right now and you want to try this, like this is the time. Get on the list. The shares are running out.
Yes,
This is actually
I
in
know we
really
have
high
the
demand.
problem of production and logistics. And right now, I think there's only one remaining share, and there's a list of people who have not 100% confirmed yet, but certainly we got to make that better known. It's like, hey, this is a limited experience. I can't do it with everybody. I'd love to, but I can't. So, Jenny, thank you for being here. Thanks for always being a fabulous media coordinator, and really doing a super awesome job. I know I learned something new about social media and that type of media marketing every time I talk with you. So I appreciate you, and thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, that's what I got. And as we always say, I might not see you in person, but we'll always see each other on social media. Thanks for watching.